Hi everybody, and welcome to this new lesson. In this lesson we'll learn about the capability of custom property extraction. So here we mean that you may not find all the properties you are looking for while investigating some event or some flow, and you need to extract this property. So the property exists in the payload. It's already sent by the log source, but for some reason or another the property is not extracted, because basically the parsers of QRadar is not extracting everything from the log. It's extracting the common things like the source IP, as we can see here, source IP, destination IP. Please note that these are logs for different source types, like a firewall. You can find IBM systems, you can find checkpoint, you can find endpoint protection, Linux, so a lot of things. So the common properties extracted is like source IP, destination IP, username if any, and other things as well, as we learned into the search lesson, the custom search lesson, how to show more fields. So you can see here these are the common attributes being extracted by the parsers inside QRadar. So if you have a situation, and for sure these attributes are not extracted for every parser. So for example, the username will be extracted for proxy logs, but it will not be extracted for firewall logs. And so it's not the case that you will find all these attributes for every log source. No, it's not the case. So it could happen that you as an analyst are not able to find the attribute you are looking for, and when you check the payload you found the attribute inside the payload. So if this is the case, you are good. You don't have a problem. Actually, you just need to watch this lesson to understand how to get this attribute. So I will just stop the live stream of events, and let's open, for example, this one. So you can see here in the payload, it's a company firewall, it's a checkpoint firewall. It's sending a normal firewall log with a source and destination, and you have some source port, translated source port, and so on. So let's open it and see what attributes are extracted. So you can see here the source IP is extracted, the destination IP, the source port, the destination port. Okay, but I cannot see here, for example, that this is extracted. So you can see here the translated source port 35755 is not extracted. So you can see here like pre-net source IP, pre-net source port, post-net. So it's not extracted for the firewall log. So this may be important for you as an analyst. You need this for correlation or for defining your correlation rule, or so you need to extract this. Okay, I will open another tab to show you where are this custom properties are maintained in the system. So in the admin tab you have one option called custom properties. So if we scroll down here, custom event properties, so you will see here all the custom properties that are involved, such as this one with this regular expression, this one for capturing the bytes, this one for capturing application, and so on. So it's all based on regular expression. So I'll try in this lesson to make one or more custom properties, and we will touch base with the regular expressions. So the regular expression is very common in many products now, in many security products, and it's good that you get the idea about how to write a regular expression. I will try in this lesson to give you some tips and tricks to boost your knowledge about regular expression and how to extract custom event properties. So the important thing here, that when you make any attribute you need to enable or disable them. So as you can see, some of them, not all of them, are enabled. So if you sort by this, you see like all of these are disabled and not enabled. Okay, and every attribute is attached to a log source type most of the time. Some of them is not, but this is not recommended actually, because actually when you enable a custom event property, you are putting a load on the system to check or parse this custom event property against every log if you didn't define the log source type. But if you define it, it will make the system life more easier. Okay, so coming back to our log activity. So let's say this example, we need to extract the translated source port. So actually this is a source port, and this is so it's like an outbound connection from a firewall, and the firewall is doing source netting, and so it's translating the source port. Okay, so you can see here that the even the, I think the source IP, the translated source IP is not okay. So source IP, translated source IP is not available. It's not IP, it's like a variable or something like this, but the translated source port is there, so we can extract this. So what to do here? You have the option to extract property in the event or in the flow. So I press it, and then it will just load the payload for you, and then you can start writing your extraction. So actually the extraction is you have three type: extraction based, or calculation based, or AQL based. We already learned about AQL in the last lesson. So if you choose the AQL, then you have to type the event or flow properties separated by a comma that you want to include in the custom property. So for example, you don't need to type this, no, you just type the properties that you are looking for separated by commas. So when two or more properties are specified, the result is shown as concatenated text. So if I type like source IP, destination IP, then this will be concatenated together. So actually this is not a regex. So you are just trying to let's say create a new attribute from create a new combining attribute from two attributes. So I have the source IP and destination IP already, so I need to create an attribute like a flow. So I need to put the IP, the source IP, and then the destination IP together in one attribute to give me an indication about this is the top talkers, or this is the these are like a session between two hosts, and I will report this. So AQL or calculation based is actually based on attributes that are already parsed and extracted. So for example, calculation based, you have the bytes, the bytes in, bytes out, something like this, and you need to add them together to just get the total, like the total traffic. Okay, so both these options are not regular expressions. They are based on existing attributes that are parsed and normalized already, but you need to make extra function on these attributes to get another attribute, or so you are inventing a new attribute out of existing ones. While the extraction based, which is the focus on this lesson, is actually loading the payload here, and we will write reg expression to get something out of this. So when you select calculation based or AQL based, the payload is not coming, because as I said, khalas, the normalization is already done for you. Okay, so extraction based, you have the payload here. So here you have the option, this is a definition of the property. So actually, is it an existing property? So you can select, or this is a new property. For sure here we are doing a new property, so we'll just give it a name like translated. We can give X as translated source port. We can name it like this. And this option is very important, guys. You need to select enable for use in rules, forwarding, profiles, and search indexing. So if you did not select this option, your attribute will not be you will not be able to use the new property into your rules or searches or so on. So it's important to do it. Okay, so here you can choose the field type, whether it's alphanumeric, numeric, IP, port, or date and time. I will choose here a numeric because this is a number. Okay, here it's coming the expression definition. So we can see here that it just recognized the log source type as checkpoint because the log is already parsed, guys. We already know that this is a parsed log, parsed event by the system, and it was able to recognize it as a checkpoint accept event. So this is the way QRadar address new property that you are trying to develop. It just restrict the new property to this checkpoint log source type and all its event types. Okay, if you want to change this, you can do, but no need, because yes, we know that this translated the source port will come only for checkpoint. So this is default and you have to leave it. Here is the option that you can choose between. Either apply this for this firewall permit event, or you need to apply this property for any high level category or low level category coming from a checkpoint. So actually this option is more generalizing your property to make it for any kind of log source from the checkpoint that matches this high level category. So actually under the access high level category, you have two categories in QRadar: high level category and low level category. So the high level category is access, for example. The low level category could be firewall permit, deny, session close, as you can see many. So you have the flexibility to choose between the two. So event name is very specific to this event, or if you feel this translated source port is coming for all the category of access firewall permit, or you can choose any other, you can come and choose. So I prefer the event name. Okay, you can browse and add different event name if you want. And then coming the extraction using, you have regex. This is the most common. You have other options as well. So safe key, for example, if you have like safe format of the log, JSON, if you have JSON with this key paths, different, but the most common is regex when you are getting the logs like this. Okay, so the regex here. Okay guys, so to write a regex in general, I will just try to explain some concepts about regex. Okay, so regex is nothing but to try to find some pattern inside the log. So if you try to find any single character, you just put dot. Dot means single character. If you put asterisk after this, so you are saying a single character 0 times or more. Okay, 0 times or more. If you put plus, you are saying 1 or more. Okay, this is one of the very important things about regular expression. Also, in the regular expression, you can put this parentheses and tell this character will be repeat, for example, 3 times only. So either 0 or 1 or 1 or more, or you can put something like this. You can tell I need a digit, or I need 1 or more digit. And since this is a character by itself, so if I write D, it will be considered the letter D in the alphabet. But if I want a digit, I am telling the regular expression parser any digit, so I need to put /D. For white space, you put /S. For other things like the /w for word and so on. So this is basically how to write regular expressions, and there are more about this, but regarding the topic of property extraction, it's much easier to write regular expression. You don't need a very deep understanding of regular expression to extract one single property. I will just tell you a tip about things in regular expression that can avoid you even knowing /w or /d or whatever. So this is a common technique that you can use, and it's by the way, it's an optimized way to extract things. So whatever you are looking for here in the regular expression, you just locate some constant before it and after it, and then do exactly what I will do. So for example, I'm looking for this number, so I will put, I know that it should has this keyword at the beginning, so you can put this constant at the beginning. So XLAT is source port, so translated source port. I know that any log of this type, checkpoint, it should have this and then semicolon, and then you can say the white space as we just explained, and then you can say /d plus the digits, okay, one or more times, and then the semicolon. This should work for you. If we put it here, okay, it already matched the whole expression. However, what we are looking for is only the /d, so we don't need to get all of this, because the highlighted thing is what will be extracted. So you can put this braces before and after, so to tell the curator that this is the capture group. So the capture group is nothing but the substring that you are looking for inside the whole log. So if I just put this one, now it's just highlighted the port. So the braces tells which part are you looking for. So this is the let's say the standard way of writing your regular expression, where you have to know that there is a space, so you put /s, and there is a digit, so you put /d. Maybe this is not always يعني comfortable for you, so I will tell you one thing to use always. So here you put any constant before the thing, and you know that this is a digit, okay. You can put the space right, just as if this is the complete constant, so it should be translate source port colon and then space, and then you open a square bracket and close it, okay. And for sure we need to tell that this is what we are looking for. So here we will put this regular expression letter, which is this character in your keyboard. I think you will find it in the key number 6, okay. So and then this is negation, so you are telling not, I'm not looking for anything that is semicolon, so the ending. So here we put the start delimiter, the X translated source port, this is a start delimiter, and from here from here to the end we need to look for anything but not semicolon. So this by default will capture everything until we reach to the semicolon. So you can tell here I don't need a semicolon, and this will capture not semicolon, so this will capture the 3. I need to capture the 5 and the 7 till the end, so I need to put one of this. It will not be 0 or more, because at least I need there will be one number, so it will be plus, so 1 or more, okay. And then you will find the semicolon. So this is another way, and I prefer this way because here I did not write any /d or /s or anything. So if you make this again, it's capturing the log. So okay, someone may say type we can put any other character, still it will work. Like if I put comma not semicolon, still it will show the same result for me. Yes, you are right. However, if you remove this semicolon at the end, this time it will capture the semicolon as well for you, because you are here negating incorrect ending delimiter. So actually this one is more this one is more robust to any changes in the log. So actually either if you put it this way, it will see, if we put it semicolon, it will capture correctly because you are negating the semicolon, so it will stop here. So putting this semicolon at the end is making your regular expression more strict, and that semicolon will be coming at the end. If you want to make it more relaxed, you can remove it. Still it will be working, and it will work as well if no semicolon coming. Hopefully it will be the end of the file, and in both cases it's working. So the concept here, guys, is that you negate the delimiter coming. So for example, if you want to capture something, like let's say we need to capture this net IP for just this lesson to just give you the idea. So I need to capture this net IP. So in that case, again, I will follow the same concept, but this time I will take translated source address with the space, and this time I will take this copy, but this time my delimiter will be the percentage, but I need to put the percentage before and the percentage after. So we agreed, guys, that this is the restricted way, and this is the most optimized way. Okay, so to put to negate the character and then put it at the end. So I again here I will put the constant, the beginning delimiter. So translate source colon space and this percentage. Okay, and I will end with the percentage again, and between I will negate the percentage, so I don't need any percentage. So if we put this here, it will capture for me the net IP. Okay, so returning back to my case. Okay, so now I'm capturing this port. The testing is successful. Yes, it has been highlighted in the payload, and we are ready to go. We save this one, and when we return to the log now, we can see that the translated source port custom is 35,755. If we go to the custom event properties, we will see which, if we check, we can put here, what is the name of the property? I forgot. Yeah, it's translated source port. So if you come here in the custom event port, you can search for it. Okay, it's coming and enabled. So it's enabled by default, guys. If it's not, you come here and enable it, and this is the expression, and it applied for this event name for the log source type as a checkpoint. So now you have the custom event property available. You can make reports based on it. You can even create offenses and index based on this. But if you remember the indexing capability that we talked about in the previous lesson, we have here another task. If you want to use this property in the indexing of the offenses, you need to, if you remember, guys, to visit the index management and make sure that this new property is indexed. Okay, so to be able to use it inside offense indexing, you have to enable the index for it, and then save. And again, you will come here, some changes will okay, so no changes for this one, so it's fine. Okay, So that's all for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in next lesson.